Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now, here's your host, Madeline Roberts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sooner Sports Pad, our last show of the semester. Can't believe it. I'm your host, Madeline Roberts, and I'm here with my co-analysts for the last time, Reagan and Ledbetter, Kenneth, Adair, and listen to that studio audience, guys. They are loud already. Guys, who's joining us today?
We have some rowdy, just random Sooner Sports fans here in the audience tonight.
And usually we have some athletic guest here with us, but instead, since
You're
it's
kind
our
of an
final,
athlete.
thank you, I almost made the D-League, by the way. And since it is our last show, Reagan and I will be our very own guest tonight.
And later on in the show, we will show you some of Kyle Corner's best moments from this year.
And OU softball took a trip northwest to face off against a few teams in the Pac-12.
Not one, not two, not three, but four. That is how many national titles the OU men's gymnastics team has won in a row after they won it all on Saturday. The Sooners made history with their first place finish at the UIC Pavilion in Chicago. They became just the third program in history to win at least 4 straight national titles, and with their 12th overall title are tied with Penn State for most in NCAA history. Yul Moldauer became the first Oklahoma gymnast to win 4 individual national titles in 1 year. In total, the Sooners claimed 11 All-American honors. Not only was this the Sooners' 4th straight national title, but it capped off 4 straight undefeated seasons. Kenneth, how about this team?
Is it 88 in a row, 89, something like that? I mean, like you said, they've done it time and time again, 4 times in a row. 13 to ever do that. And Yul Moldauer had a spectacular national championship. You mentioned he won 4 events. Yes, he won floor, vault, parallel bars, and all around. I mean, this kid is arguably the best gymnast in the country. And then this team, just complete dominance. They have 12 total national championships of all time. Mark Williams has 9 of his own. Both are tied for best of all time, most of all time, which I believe that they will break next season for most victories, most national championship victories in a program and under one head coach. This team is going nowhere. They will be back there. It wasn't even close. They won by a total of almost 3 points over second place with a 414.858. Spectacular. Minnesota was second with just like a 411.
I don't think it's possible for them to get beat. They're
Not
a
anytime
juggernaut
soon.
in men's gymnastics.
We might be 30 by the time they get beat.
Hey, I'm
Maybe.
cool with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Well, it was a rough ending to an amazing season for the women's gym team. Unfortunately, they cannot complete the three-peat as they fell. UCLA got a perfect 10 on beam in the final rotation to bump them ahead of OU to win the national championship in St. Louis. But the Sooners did bring home some hardware as Maggie Nichols won the all-around national championship, tying the NCAA championship record of 39.8125. She also took home a share of the national championship on bars, and Brenna Dow took home a share of the title on vault. So there were still some positives taking out of that.
Don't get me wrong.
You can't win them all.
I don't want to take anything away from UCLA, but OU competed the best the first time. And then the second day, they were second, but I think it should be more consistent.
Maggie Nichols
I think
should
they
have
should
got a
combine
10
both
on
days,
bars
personally.
at the end,
I
and
think
that
they
would
should
have put her
combine-
ahead.
Yes, I think they should combine both days.
I agree.
But, hey, it's whatever.
Well, hey, you know you're a good
not
team
salty.
when second best in the nation is a little disappointing to you. Shouldn't be.
Jim, you.
Well, another OU team that's had a lot of success recently that we haven't talked about enough is the men's tennis team. Kenneth, tell us about their season.
Well, they got off to a rough start against our rivals up north, Oklahoma State Cowboys. They started off 0-3 in single matches and then came back, come behind victory, winning 4 matches to 3. They took down number 14 Oklahoma State, and like you saw right there, their 11th straight victory against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And I mean, this is just another sport that OU dominates Oklahoma State in. So it doesn't matter if we're on a football field, if we're on a basketball court, if we're in a tennis court. I mean, they just dominate
call 'em?
Oklahoma
Little
State.
brother?
I think they're the little brother. Thank our little brother. Yes.
All right. Well, the Sooner softball team took a trip up to my neck of the woods, the Pacific Northwest, to square off with Oregon and Oregon State.
Yes.
But they saw their 30-game win streak come to an end on Thursday night with a 5-0 loss to Oregon. But they did rebound and shut out Oregon State down in Corvallis 4-0 on Friday and 8-0 on Saturday. The 4-0 win was behind Jocelyn Allow's 20th bomb of the year. Continues to tear it up. And the 8-0 run rule win was behind a big 3 RBI day from Folly of View. Next up, they head south down to Denton, Texas to square off with North Texas.
I think what's so special about this team, and you can see why they're so good, most teams after suffering a loss like that against Oregon kind of would have went down a slippery slope, but they, bounced back
41-3 now. I mean
that's an awful record, right? That's not good, is it?
No.
That's not good. It's
You're right about that,
Oregon was
Kenneth.
fourth in the
Certainly a
country,
special
so-
team.
They were due for a loss.
Yep.
That's right. Well, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, Kenneth and Reagan will debate where Baker Mayfield ends up next year. Stay with us. Welcome back. It is now time for Face Off. Back in our first show of the semester, I asked Kenneth and Reagan which NFL team Baker Mayfield will end up on. Here were their answers.
Love to see him go to New Orleans. I think he would be the perfect fit there. But where I think he will go is the Denver Broncos. That's a personal connection to me.
Baker Mayfield should and will go to the New York Football Giants.
That was back in February, but guys, the NFL draft is this Thursday, so I ask you the question again, where will Baker Mayfield end up?
I'm still going to stick to it. I wish he would go to New Orleans, but I'm going to stick to my other answer as well. I think he's going to end up at the Denver Broncos. Shout out to you. I think John Elway and this team loves him. They have great weapons in Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, and last year they couldn't get the ball past midfield. Baker Mayfield can at least do that, and he can do some more and get the ball in the end zone and put up some points and help that defense out. And I think with his ability in the pocket, his accuracy on deep routes and short routes, I think he's a perfect fit for this Denver offense and this Denver team. And plus, they love him. So he's so mobile, so good. And I think Denver's got, although I think he's the best quarterback and he should go above any other quarterback, I don't see why analysts don't agree. But I think he's going to be a great fit if he ends up in Denver.
Well, I'm going to mess up your plan a little bit. I thought he was going to go to the Giants. That'd be a perfect fit, reconnecting with Sterling Shepard. The Combine's over. The Pro Day's over. I think the Giants are actually going to take Saquon Barkley. Then the Bills are going to come out of nowhere and trade the Broncos' fifth pick.
Broncos. Okay.
Take that spot, and the Bills are going to take Baker Mayfield. That's kind of my plan right now. A lot of people are saying it's going to be the Jets, but I think the Bills really need a quarterback, and Baker was actually just up there not too long ago, so I think the Bills have a fair shot at that. Hope he likes snow because it gets pretty dang cold in Buffalo.
I agree on one thing. I think Denver's going to make a move with Casey Keenum. Not sure what move they'll make with him, but I agree that they're going to make something happen.
The Broncos have a quarterback who was just in the Super Bowl. I mean, stick with him.
No, they lost Peyton Manning.
Oh, okay. No, Tom Brady's better.
No, he's not. We're not going to have this
All right, go
argument
ahead.
today.
Next
Well,
question.
we'll see what happens on Thursday. Guys, I'm with our super fan, David. He has an audience question for you guys.
Yeah, hey guys.
Hey, Dave.
What was your favorite Sooner sports moment of this past school year?
Wow.
School year. It's kind of tough.
Wow.
I'm going to take the moment that the Oklahoma Sooners solidified their spot in the college football playoffs when they took TCU down for the second time in the Big 12 championship and dominated them in a different way. The first game, Rodney Anderson completely tore up that TCU defense. The second time, they kind of took Rodney Anderson out of play, and Baker used everybody else, like Michael Jones, like you see here. Take it to the house, young man. And then later on, he used Marquise Brown, Mr. Hollywood. I mean, this just showed how good Baker Mayfield was. It showed how good Lincoln Riley could adapt to different types of defenses, and it solidified Baker's career, I think. I think it put him over the edge for what I believe your favorite moment in last season was, I believe.
It was a great year for OU sports. A lot of good moments. Lincoln Riley taking over Bob Stoops was also a huge moment.
Yes.
The Rose Bowl was pretty awesome, but for me, it had to be when my best bud Carson Williams and I, former sports pad analysts, were in New York to watch Baker Mayfield win the Heisman Trophy. After traveling with him across the country for the last 3 years, going to all of his games, and getting to see what he does firsthand, it was truly incredible to be there for this special moment. And then a walk-on wins the Heisman Trophy. We may never, ever see that again. And so just a special moment, a great season. Yeah. So
I think it's been one of the more deserving Heisman Trophy winners in the past couple of years.
it was probably the most confident we've been about a Heisman winner
Yes.
in a long time. And
For
again,
sure.
it was a walk-on. So
Yes.
pretty impressive.
Well, guys, it is time for your very last ever viral videos. Show me the best of the best.
Okay, I think this is something that we can all remember that happened over Christmas break for students. It happened to be a young man by the name of David Bartell.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, we know him, don't we? Who went viral across the country, and he's my favorite viral video. He actually just did it earlier, and he's doing it again at an OU basketball game. Didn't do anything for basketball, but took his shirt off and implemented his spot in Oklahoma history. Showed off his muscles. He showed a little too much muscle because he ended up short the first time, and well, he went a little too far in the second time. But nonetheless, this was true Oklahoma spirit. This was almost Sooner magic. It was Sooner magic that they allowed him to stay on the court. But hey, shout out to my buddy. He's been a famous sports pad guest. I love him. I love him.
That video went
I
nuts.
know.
Scott Van Pelt was loving it
Yes.
on
A lot of
ESPN.
people. A lot of people.
All right, well, this video still gets me. I played this back in November. I think it's truly the best new college football tradition out there. It's
Yes.
when the Iowa fans at Kinnick Stadium turn and wave up to the children's hospital, kids at the Children's Hospital, the Newstead Family Children's Hospital, and wave to the kids, and they look down and wave. They call it the press box up there. So a special moment that they spend in the second quarter.
You know, I think this video alone just shows what sports is more about. It's not just what they do on the field, but it's what they do off the field as well.
That was very heartfelt.
I know. It's such a special moment.
It was
All right, well, it is now time to vote for the winner of Face Off. Cheer the loudest for who you think won. Give it up if you think it was Kenneth.
Let's go! Yeah!
How about Reagan?
That's pretty even.
I think I'm going to call it a tie for your very last
was
one.
even.
A lot of cheering going on. Well, it's time for another break. But don't go
Okay, I'll
anywhere.
take-
When we
I'll
come
take
back,
your
we'll see the
opinion.
best of Kyle's Corner.
Special thanks to our cornerstone television partners, Chesapeake Energy, Riverwind Resort, Anheuser-Busch, OU Outreach, and OU Medicine.
Welcome back. Here at Sooner Sports Pad, we introduced a new segment this semester called Kyle's Corner. Join us in looking back over some of the best moments from Kyle's Corner from the past few months.
Welcome to Kyle's Corner. I'm Kyle Payne here with reigning national champion golfer Brad Dahlke. Brad, you guys are coming off of 2 straight victories, ranked 6th in the country. How are you guys able to stay locked in every weekend?
I think it starts with the coaches. Coach Hibble and Coach Alcorn both have us ready for every tournament we play in. And we're competitive. We're competitive guys, and we want to go out there and win every tournament we can.
Seen a lot of changes throughout your 4 years, and maybe the biggest was the hiring of Skip Johnson this summer. Are you excited about the trend that OU baseball is taking right now and the addition of Skip?
Yeah, I mean, I love playing for the University of Oklahoma. Love playing for Skip. Love playing for Cash and Van Hook and Stitch and all those guys. And they make it fun. They make it easy for us. They give us a plan to attack the baseball and just stuff like that. I mean, like I said, they just make it easy for us.
You and Paige Lowry have become one of the deadliest duos in softball pitching. What's the bond between you guys like as teammates?
We have a great bond. Paige and I are really good friends, and it's become very easy for us just to kind of pass the torch between one another.
Under Mark Williams, this program has flourished. 8 national titles, including 3 in the last 3 years. Is there a pressure for you guys to keep winning like you do, or do you guys all just love the drive and love to keep winning?
I think it's definitely a love for the drive. I mean, it's a culture and a tradition that's been just fed here, you know. I mean, it's just something, that's what we know. We know is to compete like we're second, and every single year is a new year. Every single meet is a new meet. We're 1-0 going into every single meet is the way we look at it, and we're just trying to come out on top regardless of who we're going against. Anytime, any place, anywhere, we want to come out on top.
Why don't you have a walk-up song?
Hey, so I had a walk-up song at the beginning of the year. It was a Swedish song. I kind of went off the wall with it, and it had no hits in it, 0 hits in it. And I was hitting like 180, And so I was like, you know what, I don't deserve a walk-up song. So we scratched the walk-up song, started getting hits, said, you know what, we're going to keep it like this, and it's been that way ever since. And I kind of like it because it's kind of peaceful. You know, it's like it's just quiet. You know, I hear my name, and it's just like I'm kind of locking in. So it might be a new thing for me. I'm not sure about next year, but yeah, that's why.
Awesome. Well, good luck on the rest of the season, man.
Now let's hear from our guests, who also happen to be our analysts, Reagan Ledbetter and Kenneth Adair.
That's us. Good job. We finally made it. We finally made it to the big leagues.
We decided to let some of your friends ask the question, so Carson has the first question.
This might not go well.
Hey guys.
Hi, Carson.
How long have you been a part of SportsPad, and what is your favorite memory of it?
Great question.
Thank you.
I've been a part of it, it's going to make us sound old, 3.5 years. And I've got two special moments. Yeah, that long. Two special moments, all right? Not one, two. First one is when one of my other best buds, and who's also a host of Sooner Sport, or analyst of Sooner SportsPad, Colin Kinney, and I met and became the, I guess, utility people for Sooner SportsPad. We started at the bottom, and look where we ended up now.
Now we're here.
Yeah,
Right?
I was not gonna reference that. Secondly, was I think the first show we did together. I think that was, because it just showed all our hard work that we, as roommates, as friends, started from freshman year, first semester to now.
Well, I've been doing this for all 4 years, 8 semesters.
You're
I think
older
I've missed
than I
only
am.
like 2 Mondays ever. My favorite moment, though, was actually back freshman year. Former Sooner SportsPad analyst Matt McCulloch and Mason Prince actually did a pie eating contest with some athletes right here. Got food everywhere, and as you can see, we have not had one of those in a long time. As you can see, why? So
I don't.
That was one of my favorite moments.
I think we should do that.
We should.
Can we still got pizza left, right?
I think we can eat some pizza after this.
Well, speaking of our other analyst, Colin Kennedy, he has the next question.
There he is.
Oh, hey guys.
bud.
Before I ask this question, I'd just like to say that it was a privilege and an honor to serve as your co-analyst in your final semester. And it's a privilege knowing that you're both stallions. Nike, you hinted at it a little bit before, but before you guys ascended to the analyst role, what jobs did you have?
Well, like I said, the first job I had was with you, sir, and it was utility. We'd walk around Gaylord College and put up different signs and posters to tell people how to get here. And then I think my second job, and I struggled with this earlier, but it was crew chief. It's keeping everybody in check, which is very difficult for me to do because I can't keep myself in check. But no, those are the two jobs I had before here. Oh, thanks for agreeing. So.
All right. I was floor manager actually for I think 2.5 years. So got to run the floor, wear a headset, tell people what to do. So that was fun for me. I like that job.
You like to walk around a lot, so you got to do that.
I pace a lot, so
Yeah.
yep. Can't sit still.
Nope.
David Bartell has question number 3.
Oh,
Hey,
David.
Hey guys, so what's your favorite part about being roommates together?
Favorite part?
Or least favorite.
Not many good parts. You go first. I got to think about it for a second.
You're telling me.
He's very clean.
Yeah, no, I'm not. He's very clean. Whatever. I think my favorite part is we're so close. We have such common personalities. So when I need someone to go to, whether it's a problem or whether it's something I need advice on, I know he's going to lead me the right direction. And there's been multiple times. Why am I being such a sweetheart?
I'm going to add on to that. We're those friends that we both give the same advice and we don't want to hear it from other people, so we literally ask each other to tell us that, knowing that's the right thing to do. And so that's what we're here for each other for.
I can tell you his other favorite moment is probably hearing me every time during a Spurs game go crazy because the ref made a bad call. I'm honestly
screams
surprised
at the
I
TV.
have not had the cops called on me.
Yeah.
True fan.
We're good roommates. This lasted 3 years.
Kawhi Stan, San Antonio.
All right, well, we're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere because Dynamic Duos is up next.
Dynamic
Getting a little competition. Both of y'all are roommates. Coincidentally, so are we. We've been since sophomore year as well.
I guarantee you we're better roommates.
Are you sure? Okay, we weren't going to start there. Which one's the better roommate out of y'all two, though?
Who invited these guys on?
Yeah, I know.
That clip was from last semester when we had roommates Baker Mayfield and Jackson Yules on the show. And now Kenneth and Reagan will get to see if they are right and if they are better roommates. Before the show, I asked Kenneth some questions about himself. Now Reagan will attempt to answer them correctly. Reagan, are you ready?
Baker who?
Okay. Question number 1. Who was Kenneth's first celebrity crush? Is it A, Carrie Underwood, B, Beyonce, C, Miley Cyrus, or D, Gabrielle Union?
Was it Beyonce?
You say Beyonce? Let's see.
Really?
We'll talk about why afterwards.
Let's move on.
I know
Question
why.
number 2. If Kenneth were to get another tattoo, what would he get? A, praying hands, B, the Rocky Mountains, C, a dragon, or D, an Adidas logo?
Not that one.
I think it's praying hands.
Gonna go with A? Good job.
We talked
Good
about
job.
this on my shoulder.
I know.
With clouds
Question
of my
number
grandmother's
3.
names.
Who is Kenneth's favorite character from the TV show Friends? A, Chandler, B, Ross, C, Monica, or D, Joey? Gonna go with the crowd and say Joey?
Joey.
D, Joey?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that type of person.
That's not normal.
He's my favorite character.
Question
Him and
number
Rachel
4.
are mental
What is
assets.
Kenneth's favorite thing about you? Is it A, your
I
sense
know
of
they
humor, B, that the two of you are so alike, C, your fashion sense, or D, your truck?
We're so alike.
B, so alike?
Finally, some
We're so
confidence
alike.
in you. So
Yeah.
There we go.
Confidence.
There we go. All right,
truck.
question
I
number
don't have a
5.
truck.
Who is Kenneth's favorite all-time athlete? Is it A, Tim Duncan, B, Adrian Peterson, C, Peyton Manning, or D, Alex Rodriguez?
Alex Rodriguez.
A-Rod?
What? You love A-Rod.
How much do I argue for Peyton Manning?
You're the only guy who likes A-Rod.
Yes, but I still love Peyton Manning.
A lot of arguing going
These
on.
are tough.
Question
I
number,
told you they were tough.
question number 6. What is Kenneth's favorite place he's traveled while covering football?
Okay.
A, New Orleans, B, Columbus, C, Morgantown, or D, Pasadena?
Gosh, these are all good.
I know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Columbus.
I told you they were hard.
How do you
We
feel
haven't
that you
talked
only got
about
about
that,
half
though.
of them right?
There was multiple right answers on all of those.
I don't
That's
even remember
probably
Morgan.
true. Well, thank you guys for just being on the show, teaching me everything that you know. And thank you to you at home for watching Sooner Sports.
Really?
Be sure to like us on
Really?
Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and join us in September for a brand new season. You won't see these guys, you'll see me, you'll see a lot of other these people. Good